I'll go check it out and see. I'll be in the RCR car tonight. See you, buddy. Good luck.
Good Tuesday evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Digital Sim Sports Network and the Dirt Racing Network. Our live coverage of the Short Track Showdown Series. RCR 60 tonight from the Bullring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Right now, 20 drivers have checked into the pits for tonight's action. Looking to get a few more. I see Bill and Ivan both in the chat. Guys, don't be afraid to say hi. Let us know where you're watching from. You got a favorite driver, shout them out. Like, share, follow on Facebook. Come by the Dirt Racing Network's Facebook page. And if you're over on YouTube and Twitch, Trovo, Hit the subscribe button. You'll know every time we go live. I can see YouTube, Twitch, and a Facebook live chat. So chat it up, guys. Been a fun week so far. We had the big Paul Nichols Memorial Thursday night. I don't know if anybody tuned in for that. 131 laps they did at Eldora. We had a massive audience for that. Yeah, that was a lot of people. We had a lot of chat, gave away a lot of prizes. Had a good time. Talked to some of the best in the business in the dirt world. We talked to the Wild Child, Jack Hodenshield, and Champagne Shane Carson as well. That was a lot of fun. Those moments are few and far between, and you have to savor those, and I did. Then last night, great race at Lernerville with the Dirt Slingers guys. Tonight we are with the Short Track Showdown Series. We expect a really fun race tonight. Following a few drivers around. Following Matt Eddy right now. Marvin Turnmeyer is out there. Marvin Turnmeyer bringing it in tonight. That blue and white number 16, the RCR. Is it what? Race Parts and Repair machine. I see a driver that we missed a couple of weeks ago. Dale Garrett won the first race, missed the second, and now is back tonight. Oh, one-armed Jack was in here a minute. Oh, there he is out on the track. The old 43 machine. Getting himself some laps in. I wonder with all the one-arm work he's been doing day and night, how much muscle he's built up in that one arm that he's able to use. I have to ask him if we get a chance to talk to him tonight. That'll be fun. There's some of our people, our watchers, our Victory Vinnies. I see Mindy Lee in chat as well. Hi, Mindy. A driver that we have not seen to my recognition, Nathan Hurlburt, in that 128 car. Christopher James in the 99. I'm not sure that I have seen him in here either. Check our drone cam out. Follow the 99 car around here for a lap. Tiny little place. Very, very small little bull ring. Kind of like that drone cam. Glad we got that. Good look from up top. Look at the whole speedway right there. As you can see, it is just over 0.3 of a mile. Our ambient temperature 72 degrees. That's the track temperature, excuse me. Track temperature 72. Our ambient temperature 65. Partly cloudy skies, and we have a light westerly breeze. 5 miles an hour this evening. Qualifying top 20 will get locked in. Then we'll have an LCQ if we go over 24 drivers. We will take the top 4 from the LCQ, move them into back 2 rows. That'll fill up the starting field, and we'll take the top 5 drivers, flip-flop and twist them around, give them an invert, and make your quick qualifier start inside of row number 3 and see what they can do with 60 laps here. This is going to go by pretty fast. Right now, just under 15 seconds. So about 4 laps per minute. If they could go flag to flag, let's get this thing kicked out of here in about 15 minutes, which would be, I'm just going to say it'd have to be a world record at this track. I don't think I've ever been here and not seen a couple of cautions. So should be a pretty good one. We'll go trackside for our opening ceremonies here in just a couple of minutes. You know what? I think the drivers might be going into drivers' meeting, but that ain't never stopped us before, and it ain't going to stop us today. We're going to have some fun with one of our favorite drivers. Reed Rundle, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do. Yes, sir, I do.
All right, buddy. So I was giving the fans, you know how I like to, well, let's just say I like to give you the business. So we got to ask, with all of your day and night activities with that one arm, are you building some muscle?
Hell yeah, hell yeah. The left arm's kind of Popeye-ish, but the right arm's still got a ways to go.
Well, I saw the pictures of all the hardware that is in that shoulder. Dude, you ain't going to be able to pass through a metal detector.
Well, actually, that's all composite except for the screws. So we'll see. I got to talk to my doctor this Friday, as a matter of fact, just to clarify. But no, that's all composite. So it's pretty cool what technology can do.
Yeah, I got a bunch of titanium and a bunch of cable and screws and stuff in my right, and I go through the metal detector just fine. So I don't think you'll have any problems.
Right?
But yeah, that looks like a heck of a deal they put up in there, man. What do you think about tonight, man? This is a teeny tiny little track, and the action is going to be pretty fast and furious. Everybody's going to be trying to fight for the bottom. How are we going to get the 43 car a victory this evening?
Well, we didn't get a whole lot of practice in, but we'll do our normal thing and watch ourselves. Try and stay out of trouble and be patient, work traffic, and just see. I mean, it's going to depend on how we qualify. You know, we got the 20 lap sprint and all that kind of stuff. So we'll see how it goes. Actually, no, I apologize. That's right. They changed the format. So
yeah, I was getting ready to say it's top 20 in qualifying, and then LCQ if there's more than 24, and 5-car invert at the front, and blah blah blah.
I forgot. So he started talking about that in our drivers meeting, and then I muted it so that I could talk to you because the broadcaster is way more important.
Well, yeah, we just kept you out of some stuff that it may or may not be important. I mean, we'll let you be the judge.
I mean, this, like you said, this track is tight. It's a short track, but this group, the core group, has run together for a while. Hopefully, some of us will get our heads screwed back on straight after. Nashville was not pretty at all from what I could see. So we were out early, and hopefully we'll come back and run good tonight.
All right, man. Well, good luck out there. Maybe we'll get a chance to talk to you at the end of the night. We had to harass you a little bit.
I appreciate it, man. Have a good night.
All right, but hey, by the way, none of these series have run at Iowa, and there isn't a default setup for Iowa. But I did give some advice to a couple of guys and told them to practice at least a little bit with the Richmond setup.
Sorry, I was having a little bit of trouble hearing you there. You talking about Iowa?
Yeah. We haven't run one. No one has run one. Neither series has run it at Iowa Speedway.
Well, short track series, this series ran there last season with a modified Richmond setup because there is no late model setup. So I will be making a post on our series chat and or our series Facebook page to see what we want to do. If we want to run their setup, Marv is willing to share it. It's just a modified Richmond setup. And if not, we'll be switching venues, and I will let everybody know probably by tomorrow.
Well, that was what I had told the boys was that you oh God, I don't know what I just did. What I had told the guys was that I would run some laps at Richmond, and that would probably be the closest thing you could get to Iowa for this car. So I was just letting you know, buddy.
Yeah.
Get to it, have some fun out there, and bring the 43 car to the front.
I appreciate it, brother.
All right. Reed Arundel talking to him pre-race. I give him a lot of grief, but man, he has been with the Dirt Racing Network, Digital Sim Sports Network, and Dirt Slingers Racing League for a very long time. And he and I have been friends since way before all of that stuff started. So we're both original members of iRacing. So we have known each other a long time, and he always sends me messages the next day when he goes and watches the broadcast about the amount of grief that I give him and what I actually said. And he usually piles on a little bit on himself, so he's a little self-deprecating right there, and it makes it a whole lot of fun. I appreciate everybody being here, guys. Do not be afraid to holler out. Let us know who you're cheering for. Let us know where you're watching from. Always like to know if we have worldwide audience. But these guys are going to get ready to go to qualify. We already missed all the invocation. We were talking to Reed, so we missed the opening ceremonies, unfortunately. But I don't think that will affect the way the race goes. I don't think it'll affect what I have to say up here tonight. These guys about ready to do it. Session will switch. The pylon will clear. And we will be ready for qualifying times to get started. Ooh. Cloud moved in and took all the sunlight away from the racetrack. So, Nick Baker on track already in the 89 car. We'll watch Nick here for just a little bit. All the way up against the rev limiter. You can hear that at the end of the straightaway. So Nick's getting everything he can out of it. Lap number 1, 14.95. He goes to the top of the chart. That lap is going to be slower because that was a close one, about killing the fence out the exit of 2 right there. Dale Garrett, 15 flat, moves to position number 2. Matt Eddy, there you go. There's your quick qualifier right now. Matt Eddy, 88 car. Brad Lawson jumps to the top. Just edges out Eddie. Let's see what Eddie's second lap looks like here. He'll streak across the line. 15.02, slowed down a little bit. Marvin Turnmeyer. Race sponsor vehicle. The old Ford Mustang out there making some laps. Turnmeyer. 7th quick, 15.03. See if he can improve. Andrew Perry just rolled onto the track. So did Blake Stallings. So as soon as this lap's over, we'll go watch one of those guys. About 8 cars still haven't taken time. Reed Rundle is one of those cars. Let's go see what Andrew Perry's got going. Turnmeyer did not improve. In fact, he slowed down 6/100ths. On to lap number 2. Andrew Perry now 10th quick. He's a little ways off. He's about 2/10 off lead. He needed to pick up quite a bit there. His second lap, a little better, but only good for 8th quick. Dale Garrett 3rd quick now. There's Reed Rundle, 43 car. We talked to him in the pre-race. On the track. I think he is on the clock for lap number 1. We'll see what he can do here. Across the rumble strip. So I don't know if that helps the car turn or not, but it looks like he had to pause a second. And that lap only good for 10th fastest tonight. See if we can improve here on lap number 2. That was a better 3 and 4 for sure. And Rundle gonna move to P2. He is 1/100th of a second off of Brad Lawson. He'll be in that redraw. Pete Dillon, the 7 car, another 7 car. Austin DeMore is 5th quick, and he is in the 7 machine. This is the 007 on the pylon, 12th quick on his first lap. Second lap, did he pick up? He barely picked up, enough to move Turnmeyer down and himself up, but that's only 11th quick. Only car not taking time, Bruce Pearson in the 22. So right now, the 63 car, Brad Lawson. Looks like he'll be quick. It'll be Lawson, Rundle, Eddy, and Garrett and DeMore. Those 5 will be our redraw cars. I do not think we'll have an LCQ. We only had 21. They take 24 to the feature. So these boys will probably have just a little bit of warm-up. And they will get ready to go 60 times around this bull ring here. Alan Payne just making some laps. I was seeing there was a car on track, and Alan Payne's just making a few laps. Payne down here in the 45 machine. Last season that car was red and yellow. This season, 2 tones of blue. Session now coming to an end. That will get us ready for, I think it's going to just jump straight to warm-up. Maybe not. Well, we're going to get to watch Bruce Pearson possibly make some laps. Or at least I think that's what we're going to get to see. Pearson may have bailed. They may have to advance the session because there is not a car on the track. The pace vehicle is out there rolling around. Well, I don't know how to feel about this, folks. Maybe they're just out kind of checking the track for weird spots. But Bruce Pearson, the only car that was scheduled to be in this, if there's more than 20, it automatically goes to the last chance qualifier session. So,
Green.
yeah, without him, I don't know what we're doing. So I think we're going to have to wait this to time out. Randy, why did I not see your name in the server, Mr. Brunner? I see you in chat. I don't see you in my server. So I don't know how this is going to work. I don't know what we're going to wait for. I'm sure they're trying to advance this session. I don't know if we got to wait for it to time out or if we're going to be able to advance it. Going to be an interesting one. And Vinny, got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
All right, man. I don't know what we're waiting on here. It doesn't look like we have a car out there to race 11 laps, so maybe we got to wait for the time to run out. And if we do, we might as well talk about things tonight. 8th quick in qualifying. Used to seeing the 11 car a little quicker than that. You got a lot of fans in here, buddy.
Yeah, I got some work cut out for me. Just can't find the speed. We'll get her. We'll get her done.
It looks like, I've only covered a few races at this track, maybe 3 or 4 most. Everything is at the bottom and fighting for that real estate. Are we going to get to see a little chrome horn action somewhere tonight?
I try not to, but I think it's inevitable here. Yeah, the track's tight, real small. Got a lot of cars out here, a lot of fast cars. There's going to be some bumping and banging.
All right, man. Well, they're getting ready to grid you guys out for 60 laps, so we're going to let you get out here. Good luck, and hopefully we get a chance to talk to you at the end of this thing.
I appreciate it. Hopefully we'll talk to you at the end. Enjoy the show.
Adam Vinny, there you go. Victor Vinny's, there's your man. Well, let's get ready to go trackside. Oh, let's get on that guy's car. Let's get down here. You know what? No, that's a little heinous. I love that. Here we go. Now let's look at this starting grid. With our invert. I don't know how many cars we invert. I thought we were just inverting 5. Austin DeMoore go to the pole. Dale Garrett on his outside. Matt Eddy, row 2 on the inside next to Reed Rundle. And then Brad Lawson, your quick qualifier back there in that 5th starting spot. Blake Stallings will be his partner in row number 3. You'll have row 4 of Nick Baker inside. Adam Vinny on the outside. Then Sean McLaughlin inside of row number 5 next to Andrew Perry. Pete Dillon, he'll have the inside on row number 6, and he'll have Marvin Turnmeyer on his outside. Your 7th row will be Jeff Werdeman inside, Josh Westendorf out. And then the inside of a row number 8 will be Trevor Harmon next to Alan Payne. 17 starting position, Nathan Halbert. He'll have Christopher James on his outside in that 9th row. The 10th row, Wes Whitfield, 07 inside, Isaac Daniel on the out, and we will not see Bruce Pearson. I don't think we're going to see Wes Whitfield because that car did not grid. Blake Stallings is back here on the back all by himself. So I think we're only going to have 19 cars. Don't know why, but I think we're only going to have 19 cars. But the 7 of Austin DeMoore looking to get things started. 60 laps. And at 15 seconds a lap, it'll go by pretty quick, especially if we can stay green. You telling a race car driver to stay out of all the bumping and banging is asking the sky to not be blue. Green flag out. RCR 60. Bullring at Vegas Short Track Showdown Series underway. DeMoore grabbed the lead. Eddie slid into second. Top four single file behind that. It's a little different. Reed Rundle is in the fifth spot. Now he gets single file in front of Nick Baker, Turnmeyer, and Vinny side by side down the backstretch. 7th and 8th. And 9th and 10th are side by side behind that. McLaughlin and Perry. And then it is a couple of single cars and back to 2 wide behind that. We're going to watch this and see how it works out. Whoa, Adam Vinny, a lot out of shape. That caused Perry to take evasive action. He gets into Pete Dillon. Dillon saves the car down on the backstretch apron. Gets right back around Perry, and he is on the attack going after Adam Vinny. Vinny's, big crash behind Josh Westendorf. And Westendorf, trouble for the 92. He's on the outside. Back here by Christopher James in the 99. We'll see if maybe he just gets loose. Oh, yeah, they bumped just a little bit. James gets turned around. He's going to get hit just a little from behind by Alan Payne, and then the 75 car just absolutely run right up underneath the 92. We'll see if that 92 car is going to be able to continue. He looks like he's got some steering issues on the front of that thing. Westendorf on pit road. I can't get a good camera. There we go. There's a good one to get a good look. Looks like they're going to be able to fix the nose on it. They're looking at the suspension under the front, see what they can see. We'll see if he gets to roll back out. Looks like he is going to be able to roll back out. I don't know how much damage that car has underneath, so we'll see what he does if he is up to pace when we go back to the green. Well, I don't understand why you ain't racing there, Mr. Brunner, but okay, maybe we'll see you on Sunday over at Mars. All right, looking for one to go here out of our pace vehicle. And we do not get the lights off, so we're going to go around one more time before we line them back up. Isaac Daniel and Christopher James both coming off of pit road now. So it looks like everybody's going to be able to stay on the lead lap. On vacay. All right, pace truck going to get out of the way. We'll get them restarted down here in turn number 4. DeMoore and Eddie 1-2. There is Ms. Dale Garrett in that third one on the inside. Got Brad Lawson up to 4th. Qualified first, started 5th. Now he's going to fall back into that 5th spot. Caution behind. That was pretty quick. Sean McLaughlin looks like he's got a problem. Let's get a good look over here. McLaughlin is 77 here. Down the corner, and I think you're going to see, you're going to see that he was not ready to go, and the guy behind him was. So pretty good driving behind to stay off of that 77 car. 128 got whipped around. That's Nathan Hurlburt. So we'll see what they do there. So they'll realign the field and get them back ready to go. I got to figure out where we're at in this thing. It's still DeMoore out in front. So we'll get a double file restart here in just a couple of laps. All right. Quick announcers break. Adult beverage time, I got to say. Getting a little dry. So we'll get things squared away, get everybody back here. Whitfield actually does roll the car out. He is one lap down. We'll see if they give him a wave at some point and get him back on the lead lap. He missed the start. But we'll see if we can get him maybe a wave around, get him back out here. They still do not have Bruce Pearson. We don't have that car at all, so. We should get one to go this time. My expectation is anyway. Lights will go off on the pace truck, and they do. And I think we will maybe see a single file restart here. I don't think the starts and the restarts really have been it. I think it's just some guys not used to racing with each other quite yet. Braking points different. Throttle pickup points a little different, so. Get ready for the green flag. Get them started, get them going. They're stretched about halfway around this speedway now. Across the start-finish line, Demore, Eddy, Garrett Lawson, and Rundle, the top 5. There's Marvin Turnmeyer. He is in the 6th spot. He's got Nick Baker tucked in behind him. A little bit of a gap back to Adam Vinny in 8th between Baker and himself. Early in this one, these guys don't want to use up their stuff too early. They want to be there for the last 20. So we might see a little bit of patience and a little riding here. We're not going to see it back here. Stallings incoming. These guys, that was Isaac Daniel that was on the inside of Alan Payne down in 3 and 4. He's there in 1 and 2. Payne's going to lose a couple of spots here. 75 and the 77 of McLaughlin both getting by. That's back in 14th and 15th right now. Apparently that 92 car okay, because Westendorf up here in 13th, and he is maintaining a pretty good clip. 1506 his last, 1497, so about a 10th off of the leaders, and he's in pretty good traffic. See if we can get the guys to settle into a nice smooth groove here. Everybody's kind of single filed out now as we look back through the field. Got a little action back here again with Dylan, Daniel, James, Payne. Hurlbert's in that as well, and then Wes Whitfield in there. A lap down, but he is making the 07 car work right now. He's coming forward. He's got to get a lap back so that he can race these guys for some positions. Still, Austin Demore out in front. He's about 4 car lengths ahead of Matt Eddy. Dale Garrett, 72 car. And Garrett is one of those wait-and-see guys. He'll hang around. And when you're not looking, that's when you see him. He's coming forward and he's passing cars. He did it late in the very first race of the season. And he picked up the win, kind of going away there the last few laps. Coming by, you can see the last of the cars down there in turns 3 and 4. And the leaders are going to catch lap traffic. They're going to catch up too. Nathan Hurlbert here. There they go by. Back up top. Cars shifting around a little bit. Blake Stallings makes a move. Gets around Andrew Perry. Got a car blinking just a little bit. I think that's Trevor Harmon in the 29. Yeah, he's having some connection issues right now. Runs around here in the 12th spot. Go back up front. Top 3 have broken away from 4th place. Reed Arundel. And Marvin Turnmeyer now has company, and it's in the form of that 89 machine of Baker. Baker works to the inside out of turn 2. Pulls up alongside. They'll go into 3 and 4 side by side. Turnmeyer yields the spot, and he does it quickly as to close the door in front of Brad Lawson. Lawson back to 7th. Right in front of the 11 of Adam Vinny. Vinny in the 8th spot, been there pretty much the whole race. That's where he started. That's where he stays. And he has got about 0.3 of a second over Jeff Werdeman in the 81 for the 9th spot. I think you're going to see Adam Vinny maybe make a move here on Brad Lawson. Lawson was wide in 1 and 2. He's wide again at the exit of 3 and 4. And Vinny trying to work down on the low side and keep that 11 car right against the rumble strips on the inside of the track. So we get back to the front. Now Reed Rundle starting to close the gap on the front 3 and escape from Nick Baker. They have a good second between the 4th place car of Reed Rundle and the 5th place car of Nick Baker. Nick Baker, the first car on the 15-second bracket. Everybody in front of him, 1488 and quicker, and 1488 came out of that 43 car. So Reed Rundle starting to turn the wick up just a little bit. The old slot machine, one-arm Jack, making his way towards the front. Jason Schilling in the house. You like them white wheels, do you, buddy? Oh, got a little bit of a move back here. Brad Lawson, Adam Vinny, Marvin Turnmeyer. That's a 3-car battle. This is 6th, 7th, and 8th. And now Jeff Werdeman starting to put himself in a position to maybe keep that door open. And he might pass his teammate too if Turnmeyer can't get down pretty quickly here. Vinny going to work his way around Turnmeyer. And now Turnmeyer trying to cut the gap, shut the door, and he keeps his teammate in behind. I saw the car behind that. That's Blake Stallings. Looked like his right rear got up and nicked the fence on the exit of turn number 4 last time around. Let's get back closer to the front now. Top 4 starting to get into some traffic. They're going to be running up on Christopher James in the 99. James runs 19th right now. He's going to move to the top side and allow the top 4 to work their way by. 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Here comes the 4th place car, Rundle. And Rundle will clear the exit of turn number 4. So now Nick Baker's got a little bit of a gap, and then he'll be in that lap traffic as well. DeMoore going to catch another lap car here pretty quickly. He's going to be on Herbert's rear end, probably by the exit of turn number 2, 128 car. Next on the lap parade, and then right in front of him is Nathan Daniel in that 75 machine. Those two are racing for position. The leaders closing in. Leaders, oh, no chance. No chance at all. And caution finally coming out. And, wow, I'm just going to say, don't think the leader gave the lap car much of an opportunity there. He was racing for position, got into the corner. Yeah, he just got into the bumper. And now he's rolling the car, and Rundle was trying to go by. So we might have some shakeup in the running order. We'll see where they shake them out. Going to be 7 car at the front, the 88. That's DeMoore and Eddie, 1-2. Garrett up to 3rd. Baker's now 4th. Lawson is 5th. Vinny will be 6th. Werdeman, Turnmeyer, 7 and 8. Harmon and McLaughlin, 9 and 10. And I think Reed Rundle may have been moved all the way to the back because he had to stop to get himself unhooked from the 128 car. He's got damage on the left side. He may elect. He does not elect to go in and get that fixed. So, little action at the front of the pack in this one. We just creeped past the halfway point. I missed the halfway lap, but they were probably lapping another car while we were talking about it. We snuck past the 30 lap mark, so just about 27 laps or 27 laps going to be remaining in this one. And Reed Rundle did roll that 43 car onto pit road. Looks like they're going to make sure the toe in, toe out suspension, everything is good. And he looks like he's going to put tires very quickly on the car. He's going to roll out. That means he's going to go to the back, and he is going to have to work his way through all this lap traffic, but he will have some fresh tires.
Back on the pace car. We're not going green this time. We are not going green.
So we'll extend the caution to get everybody back where they're supposed to be. Demore, Eddie, Garrett, Baker, Lawson, Vinny, Orderman, Harmon, Perry, Dillon in the top 10. Westendorf, Payne, Daniel, Stallings, McLaughlin, James, Whitfield, Turnmeyer, and Rundle are the top 19. Halliburton in 20th, and he is showing a lap down. But Nathan Hurlburt, I don't know if they'll waive him because I think they waived the 07 car round. They got everybody back on the lead lap. And there goes Austin Demore. And he is out from the front, and he goes to the pit. And it looked like he took his car out. He may have exited the server. I am going to imagine that there was a call from race control for a tap out, an at-fault incident, and the call was disagreed with. I don't know that. I am just speculating because I have seen that in the past.
We're not going green this time. We are not going green.
So we're still going to have 27 to go, but we got a new leader. Matt Eddy, the 88 car. Dale Garrett on his outside. Nick Baker, row 2 on the inside for the restart. Next to your qualifier for the evening. That's Brad Lawson. Then Adam Vinny will be inside that third row. And he'll have Trevor Harmon in the 29. Or maybe it's the 81 of Jeff Werderman. Werderman was blinking out right there, so I lost complete contact with the 81 car. That's who's going to be starting outside the third row. Yeah, I say wow too, Mr. Schilling. I don't really, I mean, you're halfway. Take your lumps. Go to the back, get your points. I don't know. We used to be quick to call it a rage quit. I don't know if that's what they call it these days or not, but that's what it looked like. Restart with 27 to go. Eddie grabs the lead. Garrett the second. Woohoo! There's a car getting turned around at the back. Oh, boy. Yeah, that's Andrew Perry. We'll go back and watch and see if we can see what happened to Andrew Perry in the 33 car. He's going to go off into the corner down here in 3 and 4. Man, he's going to get hooked in the left rear corner. He's going to go across in front of Alan Payne. He's going to go across in front of Blake Stallings. So, no means no. Don't touch someone else's rear end. Is that part of the Me Too movement? I'm not sure. I'm really not. So Andrew Perry will take the 33 car in to the attention of the crew. They'll take a look and see what they can do for him. Eddie, Garrett, Baker, Lawson, and Vinny, the top 5. Werderman still 6th. Harmon, Dillon, Daniel, Stallings. That's your top 10. With Andrew Perry out, he is still on pit road. Here comes that one. I told you maybe we would wave that guy around, and we are. Looks like we're going to move the 128 car back onto the lead lap. Give him that quick wave around and get him back up there. Blake Stallings on pit road trying to get some things fixed and get some tires on that car. Slid that car into the parked car. of Andrew Perry. How you doing, Mr. Schilling? I haven't seen you in a while. You still racing? Should get one to go this time, unless we have to have an extended caution period. And it looks like the lights will go off. We'll double file them up, get ready for another restart. Just past halfway. Go back here to about 13th position. That's where you're going to find Marvin Turnmeyer and Reed Rundle. And those are cars we're not used to seeing that far back.
Green flag, green flag.
All right, I get you. Green flag back in the air. Boy, we got some checking up and a little bit of holding the breath, and it wasn't going to last long. I didn't think it would last long. I'm going to go back here and see. It says that the 33 car had a little incident. We'll see. He gets down here in a 1-2 on the restart. Got into the back of Alan Payne. Then he gets pushed from behind too. So guys not used to breaking points, not used to how each other race, I guess. So a little yellow fever right here in the middle of this one. Kind of the same way, except for that I don't really paint cars anymore, but I do this a lot. At least it feels like a lot. So we'll try to sort this out. It looks like 33 car back on pit road again. We'll get everybody lined up where they're supposed to be. We'll double file them up. We'll get restarted. See if we can we'll be right at 25 laps to go. See if we can get these last 25 laps kind of in the books. Things will start to heat up because we're to that point now where drivers need to go. Well, oh, it's about 4 nights a week now. It'd be more if I would take more. I just, man, I don't hardly have enough time to do what I do with work and everything else. I got a lot on my plate, so I would love to do about 3 more shows a week. I just cannot make enough hours in the day to do it. So we get what we get. We try to make the best of it. We hope the fans enjoy it. And
Green flag, green flag.
watch some good racing. Green flag again. Matt Eddy got a fantastic start. He's going to get out there about 5 car lengths before we get through 1 and 2. We'll go back and watch. Adam Vinny's back here in the 6th spot. And I thought the 7 car was tucked right up under the back of that. Yeah, and I think he is. I think he's driving it in pretty deep. And Vinny's trying to roll the car through, and it's causing a lot of checking up behind. And I thought the 77 might turn that 07. Look at this, right behind that 77. And look who's got his lap back a few laps ago. He's inside the top 10. He runs 9th, 07. Reed Rundle getting turned around down 3 and 4. So let's go down here and see what we see with the 43 machine. 1 and 2 looks pretty good. He is tucked in behind that 99 car of Christopher James. Goes down to the inside. Ooh, yep, he got a little tap on the right rear corner as he was all the way down to the flat part. And I think that was Marvin Turnmeyer that got him in the right rear corner. And got him turned around. I'll tell you that the defending champ, 0 luck in this series so far this season. Won the title last season, and this is his 2nd race, and he has been in at least 4 crashes in those 2 races. Maybe we gave him the broadcaster's curse. I don't know. I know he came out on Sunday night at Mars a couple weeks ago, and he decimated that field. So I don't know what the difference is, but we're down to 23 to go. Eddie Garrett, Baker, Lawson, Werdeman of the top 5. Vinny 6th. Dylan, McLaughlin, Whitfield, and James rounding our top 10 right now. Still have 19 cars on track. Everybody's on the lead lap. Fallon Payne gets back out from pit road. And I don't think there's going to be a problem. I think they're just, changing the tires on that 45 machine. He's going to get back out here. And he'll rejoin in the 19th spot, but he'll still be on the lead lap. '89. Nick Baker? No, I don't think so. The 33 is very similar. That's Andrew Perry's car. It's similar, but it's not exactly the same. I mean, the orange is down the sides on the 89, and the 33 is kind of the opposite.
Green flag, green flag.
All right, green flag is back. 22 laps remaining. Eddie Garrett and Baker, 1, 2, 3. Lawson still fourth. Werdeman is up there. I'll tell you what, Pete Dillon here in this 77, or in the 7 car, excuse me. Man, he drives the car in very deep, and he is really having to get on the brakes behind Adam Vinny to stay from jacking the back end of that car up off the ground. Action behind. That's Westendorf, James, and Stallings. And for just a split second, 99 car of James had to nose to the inside of the 77. That, I said, oh boy, big stack up behind. Let's get back to Andrew Perry. I saw a big stack up, and they were darting and diving left and right. Reed Rundle went way to the outside when they started splitting out, because I think Andrew Perry got down the corner. Car got a little loose with him. He had to check up, and Harmon had to check up as well, and that started guys just diving for inside and outside positions to not run them guys over. Turnmeyer and Isaac side by side, and they both got back around Rundle. He was in front of both of those cars a second ago. I think he got way wide, had to check the car down, got in the marbles. Lost a lot of momentum. So we'll go back towards the front. Matt Eddy and Dale Garrett. These are the two that battled it out in round number 1. Nashville Fairgrounds, I believe it was. Hey, there's Beards Collinson. Look out. We're all in trouble now. Whittling the laps away. 14 to go this time. By top 2 breaking away. Nick Baker has still got his hands full with Lawson and Werdeman. And Adam Vinny just kind of stuck in traffic. Can't really go anywhere. Sitting there in the 6th spot. Follow these guys with drone cam for just a minute here. Big wiggle out of Pete Dillon, and that's going to open up some space for Adam Vinny. I don't know if he's looking in the mirror or not, but now he could go on the attack if he needed to and go after the 81 car a little. He has no pressure from behind. It's like everybody getting single file. Just content to kind of ride this thing out, it looks like. I don't see a whole lot of closing in and testing the waters from drivers right now, but we're 10 to go. So this thing will be over here just shortly. About 15 seconds a lap, so a couple of minutes, and we're going to be out of this thing. As soon as I say that, we're going to have a 2-car incident behind us. And it's going to be Pete Dillon and Sean McLaughlin. And I said before, those two were really driving the car hard into the corner, and I think maybe we're going to see a missed braking point. Oh, yeah, nope. Got back to the gas a little faster. Whitfield ends up turning the 77 of McLaughlin around right beside Pete Dillon. So yeah, best part's the end. So Eddie Garrett, Baker, Lawson, and Werdeman still the top 5. Vinny, Whitfield, Stallings, Westendorf. Is Andrew Perry back to 10th? Andrew Perry is back to 10th. So the 2 pit stops and the tire changes look like they're paying off, as he is going to be back inside the top 10 with about 9 laps remaining. See if we get one to go this time by. Just a few laps remaining here. Lights do go off on that pace vehicle, so we'll double file them up. Get that quick restart and see if we can tick the last 9 laps.
Like back on the pace car. We're not going green this time. We are not going green.
Something at the back of the field not quite lined up correctly. Isaac Daniel was out of position in that 75 car. Now they're going to get him into his rightful restart spot. Should get a restart this time, I think. Yep, there goes the pace truck. 9 short laps remaining. See if we can keep it at 7 cautions. So we go green. And that Eddie. Good start. And I think Nick Baker timed it pretty well. He's going to pull right alongside Dale Garrett from second. Looks like Werdeman going to move the inside of Lawson in 3 and 4. 8 laps remaining, and Werdeman got down on the flat a little too much. Car got a little free with him. He had to check it up. Lawson going to clear into that 4 spot all by himself. He's going to tuck right in behind Nick Baker. Oh, Nick Baker out of shape. He's going to get turned around and get pounded by that 92 car. Oh, and I know who that is. That's Westendorf in the 92. So we can go and take a look at this, but we were watching kind of live when it happened. And no, here we go, Nick Baker right there. So we'll jump back just a little bit because Baker just put the car down on the flat. And you can watch when he does it. The left front goes in and the car just unloads. And there's nothing that Brad Lawson can do. And Westendorf just doesn't see him in time, and that's going to cause a parking lot on the front stretch. So, oh, we don't want to ride along with that camera. Not in a crash, you don't. Whew. Vomit Comet, I can promise you. So that'll change things ever so slightly at the front. That means that's going to put Brad Lawson tucked in behind Matt Eddy on the restart. And Dale Garrett had his hands full right there trying to hang on to second and not let both Baker and Lawson get through. So look who's back at the front here. He's in the top 5. Missed the start, went a lap down, got his lap back. Has worked and worked and worked and worked, and with about 7 laps remaining, he is all the way back up into the 5th spot. That's the 07 of Wes Whitfield. Damage on the left front of that car pretty extensive. I think he got into part of that deal there with Baker and Westendorf and all those guys. So go back to the front. We'll get ready to restart. We're on the one to go. Pace truck getting out of the way. We'll get them into turns 3 and 4. 7 laps will be remaining when the green flag drops right here.
Green flag, green flag.
Good restart for the leader. Man, he got away. And Brad Lawson took advantage of the open door, shoves his way through, puts Garrett back, and we got a big wreck. Big wreck behind. Big wreck behind this. I think Hurlburt is in the middle of this one. Yeah, he's got Reed Rundle on the outside. I think he's going to get down on the flat, get the car real loose right down here, and he is going to get turned around from behind. Oh, no. He just got squeezed. That's going to collect 2 or 3 in this thing. That's going to connect the 29 car and McLaughlin, and I'm not sure what was going on right there. Well, that'll take a moment to get cleaned up. So we caught a rash of yellow fever mid-race. It looks like we're going to catch a rash at the end of this one. We're going to send a bunch of drivers to the clinic for some shots. And not the good kind. So Eddie, Lawson, Garrett, Werdeman, Whitfield the top 5. Vinny's still 6th. Oh, steady Adam. Been in there in 6th spot for, I don't know, about the last 35 laps. Stallings, Perry, Arundel, and Harmon are the top 10. So wait and see if the pace truck gets out the way. He will. We got him doubled up. 6 laps remaining. And Eddie on the throttle there. Garrett's going to use that open door and try to take second back from Lawson. Lawson hard into the corner on the top side. I don't know if the top side has enough grip. I don't think anyone's been running up there enough to put any rubber down. Lawson now going to try the crossover in 3 and 4. Looks like he's got the nose there. And Garrett knows it. Gave a little space. Lawson got down the flat. And that's going to open things back up and let Garrett get down in front. Caution behind. Westendorf again? Oh boy, this will be tough for the 92 car. He's at the back. Oh, they're stacking up. Baker gets turned and Westendorf gets into him. Yeah. Yeah, they were stacking up in front of Baker and he slowed up for it. Lost it back into the car a little bit and then he just got run into. It's a pretty slow down pace, I guess is what I want to say. Westendorf and Baker have been to the pit road, and they're both. One of them still, Baker's still there. Westendorf has rolled the car out. He's going to have to finish it the way it is, see if he can hang on for 5 laps and try to pick himself up a top 16 spot. Stallings and Baker are both on pit road, and they've been there for a hot second. Caution number 10 for the evening. Still going to be about 3 or 4 laps to go here. We're right down to it. We had just, I think, shown the wave lap. We just were at lap 5. So, yeah, we're going to have 4 laps to go. So we're going to go around at least one more time. We'll get them doubled up. Final restart. Fingers crossed. All righty. Let's watch the lights on the pace truck. See if they go out right here. I think they will. They do. Everybody's getting doubled up. Eddie and Garrett in the front row. Lawson and Whitfield in row 2. That is Werdeman and Vinny in row number 3. Couldn't see the car on the inside. And then Rundle and Perry in the 4th row. So Reed Rundle, nice recovery
Green, green, green.
after a rough night of racing. The green flag back in the air. 4 laps remaining. Matt Eddy got a fantastic start. We're going to watch the battle for the podium spots. Lawson up the inside on Garrett. Couldn't use the whole track on the exit. Had to pinch the car a little bit. It slowed him down. Now he's loose on the bottom in 3 and 4. That's going to allow Garrett to fly by, but it checked everybody behind that up. And Werdeman will slip to the inside of Whitfield, and here comes Reed Rundle trying to get a top 5 out of what has been a disastrous night. And he almost got disastered at the end right there as Marvin Termeyer got in the back of him. But we're going back. Lawson didn't give up on second. He went right back after. We're coming around. We're getting the white flag this time. Matt Eddy clear by 1.5 seconds. And Lawson has second at the line that time. Now Werdeman trying to take 3rd away from Dale Garrett. Eddie's going to win it. Nice and easy through 3 and 4. He'll get to the checks. Lawson second. Who's it going to be behind? It will be Dale Garrett in the 3rd spot. We had a crash behind that. Bunch of cars ended up in it. I think Adam Vinny ended up in all that mess. Yeah, Werdeman was 4th. Rundle was 5th. So we'll get ready to get down here. Talk to some of our drivers. Best we can, anyway. Yeah, there we go. I like that angle a little bit. Well, I did. Now I don't. I don't know if it's much better here. Let's see if we can get these guys back in. No, that's terrible. I like the new cameras, but there is not a good interview camera here, folks. So we're going to do the best we can with what we got to work with. Well, Dale Garrett up there. Brad Lawson's already in there. We're waiting for Dale Garrett. And usually we see Matt Eddy pretty quick. I don't see him as yet. So we'll give the boys just a moment. I guess while we wait, what we could do, we could take a look at the results. Eddie Lawson and Garrett will be our top 3. Werdeman was 4th, Rundle 5th, Payne 6th, Perry 7th, Dillon 8th, Daniel was 9th, James in 10th. It sounds like I'm just sitting here reading first names. Baker in 11th, Vinny 12th, Turnmeyer 13th, 14th McLaughlin, Harmon 15th. Whitfield was 16th, 17th Stallings, 18th Halbert, Westendorf 19th, Demore 20th, and Pearson credited with a 21st place finish, although he did not make the call. So there's Dale Garrett. We'll grab him, and we'll get ready to go back to our graphic for our 3rd place finisher. Dale Garrett, you got a copy?
Yep, gotcha.
Let me make sure I turn you up so that the rest of the world can hear you too. Well, we didn't see you last week, or last race. It wasn't last week. It was the week before. We didn't see you last time. But the first race you come out win. This time you come out. Podium here in 3rd. Looked like it was tough sledding, especially at the end there.
I'll take that. Super tough track to pass on tonight. That rash of cautions there at the end kind of prevented me from doing any run that I wanted to there at Matt, but he drove a great race. It was a nice run for him, and yeah, it was pretty crazy there at the end with Brad and Jeff. Potter said I was up top 3 wide. I was like, I didn't expect that, but no. had the cautions not happened and I got clear of the field, we possibly could have done something because I felt like I was a little bit better than him on the longer run, but we just never got it. But I'll take third after the win at South Boston at the beginning of the season. So hopefully we can keep the momentum up.
Yeah, going to have next week off, and then you're back in 2 weeks. So you got to hold that momentum for a while. Going to get a lot of practice laps in?
Yeah, Myrtle Beach, I think it's where we're going in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think that's right.
One of my favorite tracks on the sim. Love it. Love the tire management that you have to do there. It's a whole lot of fun. It's a shame it doesn't exist anymore, but certainly it's one of the tracks that I cut my teeth on back in the day, and looking forward to it.
All right, man, give me some shout-outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you get out of here and celebrate a fantastic run tonight.
Yeah, I just want to thank Marv, Jeff, everybody for putting this on, and shout out to my mom, my dad, and my brother, and my fiance who's watching too. So just appreciate everybody coming out tonight. It was fun.
All right, man, congrats on a great run. We'll look forward to seeing you in a couple weeks.
Thank you.
Dale Garrett finishing in third. Now let's move on. We'll talk to our second place finisher real quick. I don't know if he was in something right there or not, but the 63 car of Brad Lawson, he was quick qualifier for the evening. The invert started in fifth. He comes home in second, and he battled very hard to get there. Brad Lawson, good run tonight.
Yeah, man, that was hard fought. I'll just be honest. But that was a cool deal, especially to finish like that after the race we had. It was a little bit of a tough race there all the way through, but wow, that finish though with the 72 and the 81, that was too cool.
Yeah, 3 wide coming out of 4 to come to the checks. That's not always heard of, especially in this short track kind of racing with this group, but you guys made it work, man. You went forward, you went backwards, you came back forward, and those last handful of restarts, it was really about having that track position on the inside to get the restart, wasn't it?
It really was. If you were on the outside, it was really hard to get the momentum going into one, because inside can kind of cut 3 and 4 down a little bit, and it was really a real good advantage whenever you're starting on the inside there. But yeah, it's hard to make the outside work here.
Well, a rash of cautions kind of in the middle of this thing and then towards the end. What's the solution, in your opinion, for that?
Cooler heads, I feel like, that will prevail. I feel like that if we just notice what's going on around us and a little bit more awareness, I feel like that we'll be all right. It was kind of a rubber band that we went good for the first little bit, and then toward the middle, and then the end, it was really, like you said, a real rash of cautions there, but we got a good finish out of it anyway.
Well, 63 car stayed pretty clean, man. Give us some shout-outs, some thank yous before we let you get out of here tonight.
Yeah, we like to thank Team 5 Motorsports. Trevor Harmon, he didn't have that good of a race tonight, but he got turned a bit earlier. But I'd like to thank him for coming out here with us. Joey for running this Team 5 deal. Jason wasn't here tonight with us, but
he's in the chat
with us. Okay, all right. Thank Jason for always working with me and practicing and so on, and just JB's apiary. I think I said that right. Best honey in town, and you guys for putting on the broadcast, and Marvin for doing this deal with the league. It's very it's hard to do to speak lightly, but it's just a real cool deal. Shout out to the 89. I had a good run with him earlier, and he kind of got loose there off of 4. I didn't have anywhere to go. I hate that for him, and good to see the 88 bounce back, and good win him. Congrats there. And 72 and 81. That was awesome racing, guys.
All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on a good run. We'll look forward to seeing you in a couple weeks at Myrtle Beach.
Thanks, Raj.
That's Brad Lawson finishing at second tonight. Now we get the man. He's got the double 8s on the side of the car. We've talked to him numerous times up here, and tonight we're going to talk to him down Victory Circle. Matt Eddy, good run tonight. How'd you get that 88 car out front and keep it there?
Well, the guy who was leading got into a couple of guys racing and kind of inherited it.
Yeah, but I think maybe you were just sitting back there biding your time and trying to find the weak spot, and the 88 car might have had a shot with us even with him out front.
Yeah, I was kind of pacing myself, and she was getting tight, and I figured the opportunity was coming, and then they got in that tangle with the lap cars.
Yeah, from your vantage point, I mean, it looked to us from up here like, lap car had a little bit of space. He was racing the car in front of him, and, mid leader maybe was just a little impatient. I don't know what it looked like from down on the track.
Yeah, that's kind of what I could see from what I could see. I mean, it's a lot of back bumper there, but I think he could have been a little more cautious, but pressure's on, I guess.
Is what it is. Well, awesome run tonight, man. Been showing out a little bit here lately. You had a good run in the season opener, ended up coming home second. Tonight you're going to pick up the win. What's that going to do for momentum when we come back in 2 weeks at Myrtle Beach?
I don't care for Myrtle Beach that much. I like this place. This is one of my favorites, but I usually run pretty decent at Myrtle, so it should be fun.
All right, man. Well, give me some shout-outs, some thank yous before we let you go pop the cork on the champagne.
Of course, gotta thank Marv for hosting all this and dealing with wrangling all these people. And How Racing, that's where I work. And busy getting ready for PRI next week.
Well, good luck up there in Indy with that deal. One of these years I'm going to make it up there for that. But congrats on a great run. I'll look forward to seeing you in a couple weeks, buddy.
Sounds good.
Mr. Matt Eddy picking up the win tonight. We went through our results, so we don't have much else to talk about. We will be back on Thursday night for the Netcode Esports Mighty Midget Series, and then full week next week. Mars Series on Sundays. Season finale for Monday Night Thunder with the Dirt Slingers. They got 100-lapper in the big blocks going at Knoxville to close that season out, and the points are very tight over there. Top four are 38 points apart, and that's just a handful of spots. So those top four guys are going to really be pushing it to try to pick up that championship. We'll be back with a special event next Tuesday night. Netcode and PRO are putting on a very special combination event, so we'll be back for that next week, and then we'll go right back to our Thursday night programming of being off next Thursday night, actually, because there's a big concert, and I had to have the night off. So we won't have anything on the 7th for you guys, but that's the next week of broadcasting. We appreciate everybody being here. Without you guys, there's no reason for us to cover all this stuff with all the great leagues. There is nothing for us to cover, so thanks to everybody involved in all that. It is greatly appreciated. We hope everybody enjoyed the show. Guys, keep the rough side down. Love everybody.